Russia has tried to take over the Starlink network time after time. In recent news, the best Russian hackers have sent targeted attacks at Elon Musk's Starlink system in order to strip Ukraine of its last lifeline. Elon Musk remains the final line of defense in the war against the oppression of Vladimir Putin. What would be the result of this tug of war? Can Russia manage to topple the beloved Starlink satellites? In this video, we're going to talk about how Elon Musk successfully fought against the best Russian minds in the ongoing war. Keep watching to find out how SpaceX managed to hold off an entire country. It is said that not all heroes wear capes. Elon Musk became a perfect example of this when he stepped in to rescue several stranded citizens of Ukraine. This happened when the Russo-Ukraine war was reaching its peak. During that time, Ukraine had lost almost all of its internet connectivity, leaving millions of citizens unable to reach out to the world just when they needed it the most. Using his power as a billionaire, Elon Musk has shown that he is sympathetic to the plight of innocent Ukrainians. In response to a plea by a Ukrainian official, Elon Musk's other company, SpaceX, began sending thousands of shipments of the new-age Starlink satellite kits to the country. Each of these kits comes with an antenna, a mounting tripod, and a Wi-Fi router, making it so that they can be used almost anywhere in the world. The kits connect directly to the interconnected network of about 2,000 satellites in orbit. While Russia was invading with the full might of its military, Elon Musk was deploying almost every resource at his disposal to lift Ukraine out of the siege. The company president Gwynne Shotwell played an instrumental role in bringing the plan to completion. And the amount of lives, something as simple as internet connectivity, saved is incalculable. Poland and France are among the countries that hope to bring this plan to completion, as they provided funding for most of the Starlink kits, along with several other private enterprises. Elon Musk could have easily ignored the cries for help, but he took it upon himself to bring what he feels is a basic human right. When Starlink finally arrived in Ukraine, it became something of an information lifeline for the war-torn country. It kept beating down hospitals connected to the internet and served as a vital link in the counteroffensive against Russian forces. The Ukrainian military needed high-precision drones to target the heavy artillery pouring in from Russia. Without the use of the internet to control those drones remotely, they were as good as useless. In the heat of the war, Ukraine's Air Force relied heavily on the use of Starlink to connect directly to drones that wiped out numerous Russian tanks and other military vehicles. They were even successful in taking down several Russian command centers. All organizations from schools, municipal governments, to even fire departments were fitted with Starlink terminals to aid them in staying connected while the fighting raged on. As of late March, the Ukrainian Ministry of Health said that 590 hospitals and clinics had received Starlink terminals to enable them to stay linked during the war. According to NBC, Ukraine's digital transformation minister Mikhailo Fedorov said that more than 10,000 Starlink terminals are currently operational in Ukraine. Unlike cellular transmission towers, the satellite dishes used by the Ukrainian forces for Starlink reception are smaller and easily mobile to avoid discovery and retaliation. A Ukrainian soldier who was in the field during the thick of the war confessed that the aid of Starlink is what pushed the war in Ukraine's favor. When the war was just beginning, Russia made sure it went out of its way to destroy all their communication systems. With Starlink, nothing of the sort is happening. The terminals are also versatile and resilient. Without Starlink, it wouldn't be possible to re-establish 10 kilometers of cable connection between towns in the Chernihiv region after heavy fights so quickly. The Chernihiv region is one of the places seeing the most heated fighting. According to Dave Trumper, Director of Electronic Warfare at the Office of the United States Secretary of Defense, when Russia used electronic countermeasures, Starlink simply pushed out software updates to circumvent them. Trumper described Starlink's counterattack speed as eye-watering. This type of mission-critical job is not limited to Ukraine. To show you just how effective these little satellite kits are, when a succession of violent tornadoes disrupted internet access in a number of small communities in western Kentucky in December 2021, it impeded emergency response efforts. Starlink dispatched technicians and dishes, resulting in emergency connectivity within 24 hours. The importance of new low Earth orbit satellite constellations, like Starlink for providing broadband internet, goes far beyond war zones and natural disasters. In the United States, for example, 19 million people do not have access to broadband, with many living in sparsely populated rural areas. Although 5G wireless cellular networks have the potential to significantly increase data access for millions of people worldwide, the range is limited. 5G will leave many black patches outside of densely populated areas. Bringing terrestrial internet to remote rural areas is expensive without government subsidies. However, satellite broadband is not free. For most Americans living in remote areas, let alone those in underdeveloped countries, Starlink is excessively expensive, costing $599 for installation and an extra $110 per month for service. Thankfully, due to increased competition and innovation, the cost of launching a satellite has decreased. SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket has reduced space cargo prices to $2,600 per kilogram, a three-quarters reduction from almost $10,000 per kilogram 20 years ago. This was made possible, in part, because the business was able to reuse the rocket's booster stage. SpaceX's next-generation rocket, which is cleverly called the Heavy, reduces prices even further to $1,500 per kilogram. Aside from SpaceX and rival billionaire Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, many other businesses are developing rocket launch technologies that are more economical and easier to launch more regularly. This opens the door to a steady stream of rocket launches. Musk has stated that he intends to launch 42,000 more Starlink satellites into orbit based on this scenario. While Musk is the center of attention, others are also developing satellite-based internet services. Amazon said in early April that it had secured freight capacity on up to 83 rocket launches as part of Project Kuiper, its own endeavor to provide global broadband access through satellite. It was the most significant commercial launch service procurement in history. Amazon will face direct competition from Starlink and, to a lesser extent, OneWeb, another satellite operator sending an extensive fleet into orbit. If these three providers are successful in near-saturating satellite broadband coverage, high-speed data access will be attainable from anywhere on the Earth at any time. Though we have not gotten to such a level yet, the present Starlink network has been more than helpful for Ukraine. A regular trickle of gruesome photographs and videos from the combat zone in Ukraine increased pressure on Western countries to supply weapons and tighten sanctions. The Starlink service is what permits individuals on the ground in many regions of Ukraine to continue sharing information and uploading to Twitter and TikTok. While Russia may win the media war within its own borders, it has clearly lost the battle to dominate the narrative beyond them. Attempting to identify and arrest those who use Starlink broadband to avoid the Great Firewall in China will be difficult for Russia and perhaps hopeless. Future information battles will make it increasingly more difficult for repressive regimes like Putin's regime to prevent their population from sharing knowledge. Because Russia senses this danger, Elon Musk has confirmed that time and time again, they have made attempts to hack into the Starlink communication network. Their attempts are increasing by the day, but the engineers at SpaceX are the best at what they do. Each time the Russians tried to hack into the network, SpaceX was there to thwart it. The Russian military may have succeeded in launching a cyber attack against the former KA-SAT network by Viasat earlier this year, but they are having a difficult time with Starlink. Back then, they had the element of surprise, as they had launched the attack just 1 hour before Russia drew its first blood by invading Ukraine. Viasat revealed in April that modem-wiping malware disrupted its fixed internet service in Ukraine and areas of Europe connected to its network. Musk tweeted about the Viasat incident, saying Starlink has so far avoided Russian cyberwar jamming and hacking attempts, but the country is speeding up its efforts. Luckily, the best minds are on the task of preventing such an occurrence. Do you have more information on this? Leave a comment below, and we'll be sure to reply as soon as possible. Thank you, and that's all for today. Don't forget to check out our other videos and subscribe. See you in the next video.